Hi pals, it's Cheers here. I'm Tony. I'm Mary. We are here doing
behind the scenes. Something new, something exciting.
It may be backwards. I don't know.
New experiences.
So we're doing behind the scenes here in Epcot in the land.
Living with the land.
And we can film it. So we figured we would.
Yeah, so this is exciting.
Yeah.
And our parents are here with us. So.
They are, so you may see them.
Yeah.
Are you guys big fans of the ride? I see your shirt. I also realized I did not even introduce myself. I'm Jenna, so feel free to ask me any questions you guys have. I love plants and animals and all the nature things, so any questions along the way are welcome. Sound good? Yep. All right, so we are now in our integrated pest management lab. Pest management is a really important part of agriculture, keeping those bad bugs off your crops. We have 4 greenhouses with about 150 different food crops in those greenhouses. So we do get some occasional pests from time to time. And a pest can just be anything that you don't want in your greenhouse. Leaves, which I will show in a video here in just a second. But we're using a parasitoid wasp to control the population of them. Where's your pink nail part? Yep. Isn't that cute? They're just cute little tiny guys.
So we get these listening devices so we can listen to what she's saying, because sometimes it's loud in the ride. So now we're going.
All the nutrients for the plants into that gel. So as it grows, it's absorbing all those nutrients. It'll get nice and tall. After a couple months, you can take it out and use it like you would in your plant. You doing okay here?
All right, here we are in the creative greenhouse. This is where they use the hydroponics and aeroponics system for their plants. You can grow vertically 36 plants to 1 that you would put in the ground. So this is a very efficient way for Epcot, the land, to grow plants.
Those leaves will close up. The water's going to go straight down to the roots, and then it's able to drink all that water. Grows in a lot of tropical places. Key water. Yes, no. If you don't want it.
We're trying a cucumber on the tour.
Just gonna smell it.
Kind of like zucchini.
You're not looking really good.
It's really good. Dad doesn't like cucumbers. So as you just saw, we tried a cucumber. That was the Davati variety of cucumber that they grow here at the land. We're now in the production greenhouse, which is where the restaurant food comes from. Tomatoes here, we're seeing a little bit of a tomato plant. They grow here at Epcot. They grew 32,000 tomatoes on one plant. That is actually a world record. We're also going to see this Casa banana, which is used as an air freshener, which we thought was kind of cool. As we move into the next portion of our behind the scenes, you'll see that a lot of these plants are growing in sand. We were told that this was just a little bit more sterile way for them to grow their plants. They also put the irrigation system up underneath the sand. They said that works the best for them here. You guys probably know this portion of the ride. You probably know all portions of the ride, but this is where the fish is grown. They use these red lights to help slow the algae growth. This tilapia, she said, was probably the easiest and best for them because you get a 1 pound return rate on 1 pound of tilapia. She said that doesn't typically happen. Oh, look, Hidden Mickey. Not part of the tour, but she says that tilapia is the best fish. That doesn't typically happen with a 1 pound return rate on other fish. So she also offered for anybody that wanted to feed the fish to come up and feed the fish. So as you can see, Tony decided she was going to take part in feeding the fish. I was just like, I'm going to film. This is cool. Let's watch it. If I don't remember if I get over there fast enough, but when they throw that food in, those fish go nuts. Look at them already going crazy. Here they go. They're about to throw the food in and ready, set, and oh, we got a new person. All right, so we're going to throw the food in and the fish are going to go nuts. You can see a boat in the background. We are on stage. Yay, look at those fish. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So this was probably one of the coolest portions of the tour. We're over here in the spices area. We were able to see lots of different spices, learn about which spices are super labor intensive, which causes them to be more expensive. There's actually, you saw the Mickey head shaped tree. They put molds, which I'm sure you've seen if you've ridden Living with the Land. They put molds on the trees and the plants sometimes, and even some of the vegetables and fruits to create that Mickey head shape. They do have a Mickey head shaped pepper that is 21 years old, she said, which I think is just crazy that we have had a pepper in the shape of Mickey for 21 years. As we were walking back, we were talking about these melons and how they tell the difference between a male and a female melon. As you can see a little bit here, a female melon has that flower on the end of its stem, and a male melon does not. We just thought that was really kind of interesting, the way they tell the difference. We also were talking about the coffee and how labor-intensive coffee is and how it takes 9 months for one tree of coffee to ripen. And each coffee tree produces cherries, and each cherry only produces 2 coffee beans. We are on our way home from Walt Disney World. Yay! Tony's driving over there, so she can't look, but she's here. She's going to participate in this conversation.
Yeah.
We wanted to discuss the behind-the-scenes tour that you guys just watched right now in this video, because it was really awesome, but there are a lot of things that we really just wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
What we liked about it, that sort of thing. So, first of all, it is super inexpensive. I think it was $35 per person.
That's really, and I mean, like, I was surprised when I saw that, because for behind the, like, backstage stuff,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I don't know, I think it's a pretty good price.
I thought it was a really good price. It's a 1-hour tour. So it's 1 hour out of your day. I think they run on the half hour.
Yeah. Because ours was at 1:30.
Right. So I think they're on the half hour. And like, seriously, it's just straight up 1 hour. It took 1 hour out of our time.
That was it.
Yeah.
And you're in the land, and so, like, if you wanted to do Soarin', like, right at the end or whatever.
Or we did Soarin' before.
Yeah.
Or we ate
really,
lunch there before. So really it worked
really
out.
Doesn't take anything away from your day at all.
No, actually, I think
it adds to
That's
it.
what I say. I think it
it's a
added to our
tour.
day. Yeah, I think it added to our day.
Yeah.
It's really simple. You just go backstage. Most of it's not even backstage. If you've ever ridden Living with the Land, you see the tours. They're on stage.
Yeah.
You're just
in the ride.
Yeah, you're just getting backstage information, basically.
Yeah.
About how they source their plants and food, and it's really interesting.
Yeah. One thing that I thought was really cool was when they were talking about, like, the pesticides and, like, the things that they use to keep bugs away.
Mm-hmm.
And then they gave us this little demonstration. Did you get any of that footage?
In the very beginning?
Yeah,
yes.
about the bugs.
Yes.
How they, like, do the whole wasp thing to get rid of flies and gnats. I don't know. That was just really cool. I thought that was...
Well, the wasp lays its egg inside the larvae of the
The fly.
so that when it hatches out the wasp instead of the fly.
Instead of the fly.
The fly is killing the plants, and so the wasp is killing the fly. It was awesome.
That was so crazy.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was really interesting too when we were I didn't get a whole lot of the spices portion, which is the end of the tour, when we were talking about the different spices and how much effort goes into picking and preparing and packaging all these spices that we use on a regular basis. So whatever I have, obviously you will have seen, and I have some bullet points that I will have inserted for you into the video, so that you can hear some of the stuff she said.
And then that about the coffee.
Oh yeah.
So like the coffee tree produces these cherries, which I didn't know how coffee was produced, and I'm sure a lot of you knew this. But like the coffee tree produces these cherries, and inside each cherry, two coffee beans. Only 2 coffee beans, and they have to be hand picked because not all of the cherries are all ripe at the same time.
Right.
So you have to go in and hand pick the specific cherry, pick out the seeds. I mean the beans, and I mean 2 beans.
2 beans per cherry. And so this is why coffee costs so much money, because it's so labor intensive to actually get a bag of coffee grinds or beans, whichever. I have a lot of pictures and a lot of video of a lot that happened. You cannot hear her talking because we're wearing earpieces and listening devices. So hopefully I'll be able to give you the information, not all, but some of the information that they gave. One thing I thought was really interesting is that there was no restriction on photo or video.
Yep.
You could film or take pictures of anything you wanted, because like we said, most of it's on stage.
Yeah.
Most of it's stuff you see, while you're on the ride.
Yeah, we didn't really see, I mean, we saw a couple little places backstage, but nothing
major. The
The
wasp and fly thing was completely backstage.
And then where they were propagating stuff
Yes,
was backstage.
was completely
But
backstage.
I think those were the only 2 backstage things that we saw.
Yeah, everything else was within the ride.
Yeah.
If you haven't done it and you enjoy that kind of stuff, I highly suggest a behind the scenes tour. Because it was really interesting.
They talked about too,
No, go ahead.
They talked about too how they have to like hand pollinate some of the plants.
Certain things. I have some of that.
Okay,
so,
good.
Yeah. I actually, as we were walking through, I was filming and then flipping over to my notes in my phone and taking notes of what she was saying so that I would be able to tell you like what was going on in this video. Because it really was interesting. We get a sample of something, which you'll get that also. But I thought it was fun. I would probably do it again, actually.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was neat.
Yeah, I think I would like to do it maybe with my husband, because he loves living with the land attraction too. So I think he would find it interesting. So I would do it again with him for sure.
If you let us know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this video, if you have done this tour, if you got some different information, or if you plan to do the tour. Yeah. So
it was good.
Yeah. Until next time, TTFN.
Ta-ta for now.